So I walk in, I go up the stairs to the second floor where everybody was. And they was like, oh, Kayana, hey. And I'm like, hey, y'all. It was like, how was the drive? That was good. It was Pop, Pop, and Lovey that was down in the kitchen. Then Jackson came down the stairs from the third floor, coming to the second floor, come downstairs, the rung, give me a hug. And then once he started hugging me, Atlas, which is our boy dog, got up and just was, all happy. I'm just like, hey, Dave, hey, y'all. So I'm giving everybody a hug. I'm like, Jax, where's your dad? He was like, oh, he's upstairs. I was like, okay, well, I'm about to go upstairs. Like, okay, I'm gonna go change, put all my stuff down. So I go upstairs. Dee's upstairs in the bed with Kion. So I was like, hey, what's up? I grabbed Kion and was like, just kissing on him, hugging on him. And Dee was just like, close the door. I was like, okay. I closed the door. He was like, these bitches pissing me off. I'm like, who? He was like, that bitch that my dad called a goddamn girlfriend. She pissing me the fuck off. I was like, oh, you said bitches. I was like, I thought it was more than one person. He was like, and my dad, he just going right along with her, ain't sticking up for himself. I ain't never seen my dad be so damn weak for a female. He's so weak for her. I'm just like, well, what happened? Like, what's going on? Because up until this point, all he's been telling me that she's been doing is just normal grandparent stuff. And he didn't like that. And then it was she buying stuff on sale. And his dad is letting her buy stuff on sale. And he didn't like none of the stuff that he found an issue with her made sense to me. So it's like every time that he was talking to me about it, I'm just confused because I don't understand. Like, I don't understand the problem. I don't understand the problem. Like, he just going on and on. He's like, now Dad want to sit up there and talk about how the dogs stink. The dogs need a bath. He want to bitch at me about the dogs needing a bath. I was just like, well, I can go down there and I can brush the dogs. Like, just brush them and then you can get them ready for their bath. We can do that tomorrow. I'm like, since I'm back, we can just do that tomorrow. He was like, nah, fuck all that. He wasn't even talking about the smell of the dogs until that bitch said something. It's her fault that he talking about the smell of the dogs. I'm like, but when the last time the dogs had a bath? Did you bathe them while I was gone? He was like, that ain't the point, Slim. Listen to me. Keep up. I'm like, okay, I'm listening. I'm keeping up. All right. Your dad is upset that the dogs smell. Okay, we just gotta clean the dogs. Let's just clean the dogs. You just like, it ain't even that simple. And you always try to simplify stuff. And that's what I hate about you. The fact that you always just try to make stuff so simple. It ain't even that simple. Because if that bitch wasn't in his ear about the goddamn dogs, I wouldn't hear my dad's mouth about the dogs. I was like, okay. All right, D. I hear you. I hear you. Well, I'm like, well, I'm back now. I will jump on those dogs. Like, if you want to jump on tonight, we can jump on tonight, or we can jump on tomorrow. Like, we can get it. He was like, no, what I need to do, I need you to find a job. You need to hop on a laptop, and you need to start applying. I was like, I have been. I'm just waiting to hear back. I'm like, matter of fact, let me check my email to make sure ain't nobody, like, sent me no messages for like, interviews and anything. But ain't nobody called me for no interview. And he was just like, okay, well, you do that. You need to get on the laptop. You need to do that because we need to get the fuck up out of here because they get on my nerves. I was like, okay, all right. So instead of being able to wind down and collect myself after this 10-hour drive, I sat down, pulled up the computer. I didn't even take a shower. I still had on my uniform at this point. I sat down, pulled up the computer, looked at my email, and sure enough, I did have an email from a recruiter for this company asking if I could do a phone interview. So I replied to the email like, yes, I can do a phone interview tomorrow, whatever. So I let Dee know, like, look, I got a phone interview set up. Like, somebody was in my email, with a job offer. Well, not a job offer, but an interview offer. I got a phone interview set up with this recruiter person for this job. He was just like, all right, that's good. I'm like, look, I just need you to calm down. Just be cool. Like, we gonna stay in here. Like, you ate? I said, I think they got pizza downstairs. Did you already eat? He's like, nah, I ain't got nothing. I'm gonna go grab you a slice. I'm gonna warm it up. And I'm gonna come back up here. And then, like, we could just chill and watch a movie. But is it okay if I take a shower first? Like, can I just take a shower first? Now that we got the interview out the way. Well, not out the way, but since we know that I got an interview tomorrow. And then we know we're gonna watch the dogs tomorrow. I'm about to go get your pizza. is it okay if I just take a shower? Can I take a shower so I can just lay down? He was like, yeah, but do whatever you want, Slim. I'm like, okay. So go downstairs, get his pizza, come back upstairs, hand it to him, hop in the shower, lay down. We watched the movie, went to sleep. The next morning, woke up. I had my phone interview with a recruiter, and then he passed me along to actually have my face-to-face interview with the job that I was interviewing for. So I let D know. I'm like, look, hey, I got an interview with the job. Like, I go tomorrow to talk to him, and like, so hopefully I'll have a job lined up. And he was like, yo, that's good. We need that. I'm like, well, you know me. Every time I interview, I always get a job. So I know they're going to give me the job. He was just like, yeah, you just need to make sure you talk about your pay. Make sure they paying you right. I was just like, well, I mean, I'm going to talk about the pay, but right now I just need to land a job, and I can always go somewhere later because there's so many jobs in this field up here. So I'm just like, I got so many options. So I'm going to just go to this job, and I'm going to get this interview and when I get the job, I was like, when I get the job, because I know I'm going to get the job, like, we'll just go from there. He was like, but that pay better be good. I was like, okay, D. He was like, because I got my boss paying me $24 an hour now. I was like, okay, all right, I'm going to make sure the pay's good. It's like, okay, let's go and get these dogs taken care of. So as we walk downstairs to take the dog for a walk first, because we would take the dog for the walk first before we wash them, because we don't want to wash them and then take them for a walk and then they get dirty, because our dogs were clumsy and they were dirt prone. So we go downstairs, take the dogs for a walk, come back upstairs, come back from the walk. Jackson was getting off the bus, and Dee's dad came in from work, and he was just like, did y'all clean the dogs? It's like, no, not yet. I'm like, we gonna get them clean, not yet though. And he was just like, yeah, because that cage downstairs is smelling. It's like, can you clean the cage out as well? He's talking to D. He's like, D, I need you to clean that cage out as well. Not just clean that cage out as well, because it's dirty. And D just kind of like rolled his eyes a little bit. He rolled his eyes. I'm just like, D, we just gonna get it. We gonna get it done. I'm like, okay. I'm like, all right, Papa, we finna get it done. We finna do it right now. So go downstairs into the garage. We're in the garage, and D just going off, like just going the fuck off on how Pop is just so annoying, this and that. And I'm just like, well, D, let's just get it done. Let's just get it done. So we got Atlas bathed first. We got his cage cleaned out. Put the cage back in the house. Put Atlas back in the house. Next was Gaia. At this point, it was starting to get a little bit dark because, cleaning the cages, cleaning the dogs, and then we had to clean the walls behind the cages too. So we was trying to do it one dog at a time, so that once we clean the dog, we can clean the cage and put the dogs back in the cage and put the cage back where it needs to go. So we're trying to do everything one at a time. We got Atlas done. So it's like, all right, now it's time to get Gaia. So we brought Gaia down to the garage to get her cleaned and brushed and cleaned. And as D was starting to brush her, like I told you, the dogs were timid when it came to D. So she could sense that he already had an attitude because he was already irritated because we had already did this with one dog and now we got to do the other dog and he's tired of his dad complaining. So Gaia can sense his irritation, his frustration. So she was very real timid. So anytime he would tell her to move, she would move slow, just inch, and be looking at him because she was scared. She could sense his energy and she was scared. So she kept doing it, and he was like, see, she always do that bullshit when you in here. She only do it when you in here. I was just like, no, that's not true. I'm just like, she just can feel that you're irritated a little bit. Do you want me to just get it? I can clean her. I have no problem with brushing her and giving her a bath. If you want me to just do that while you go in the house and get yourself together, because you do seem a little bit irritated. He's like, man, fuck that, Slim. I ain't irritated. My dad just pissing me off, got me out here doing this shit with these goddamn dogs when they don't even stink. I'm like, all right, D, you see how you yelling? You yelling. Stop yelling. You see? Gaia, she's leaning down because you're yelling. He's like, man, fuck you and fuck this damn dog. I'm like, D, calm down. Calm down. Your dad's upstairs. I'm like, come on, calm down. He was just like, Nah, man, I'm sick of this shit. He only saying shit because of that bitch. He only saying shit because of that bitch. And at this time, like, we had Gaia on a leash. She had a leash because he was, like, trying to hold her still to brush her and clean her. And she kept moving, so he was holding real tight to her leash. And because he was holding real tight to her leash, she kept trying to, like, move. And the dog was looking at me. Like, Gaia was looking at me, and I was looking at her. And D was just like, see, every time you in here, she don't listen to me. I told her to sit still. Sit, Gaia. Sit, he kept saying. Don't move, Gaia. Sit still, Gaia. And she just was all timid because he was yelling. And I'm just like, D, I got it. Let me get it. He was like, get the fuck back. I got it. I was like, all right. And I started backing up towards the door. I'm just like, you know what? I'm going to let you have this because I see that you're angry. So I'm going to let you have this. And I'm going to let you calm down. He was like, man, fuck all that, Slim.